6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Aisha Naya. First, the headlines. Prime Minister launched Pakistan Endowment Fund for Education in Islamabad today to benefit deserving and outstanding students in different fields. Addressing a ceremony of pharma industry in Islamabad today, Shehbaz Sharif said the government is committed to provide affordable life-saving drugs to the people. Security forces have killed 3 terrorists during an exchange of fire at Zob garrison in Balochistan. The United Nations Human Rights Council has adopted a resolution on countering religious hatred introduced by Pakistan on behalf of OIC and supported by other countries. Kashmiris on both sides of line of control and world over will observe Kashmir Martyrs' Day tomorrow to pay homage to the martyrs of July 13, 1931. North Korea fired a suspected intercontinental ballistic missile off its east coast today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif launched the Pakistan Endowment Fund for Education along with incorporation of computer coding and constitutional studies in the national curriculum in Islamabad today. Addressing the launching ceremony, he said 14 billion rupees have been allocated for the program for next 4 years, out of which 3 billion rupees would be spent during current fiscal year. He said funding for this program should be enhanced up to 140 billion rupees for next 10 years. The Prime Minister recalled that he, as a Chief Minister Punjab, launched the Punjab Education Endowment Fund in 2008 with an annual allocation of 2 billion rupees. Giving the example of China, the Prime Minister said Pakistan can also regain its lost glory by paying special focus in various sectors, especially on education. Earlier, Shehbaz Sharif also distributed the scholarships checks among the talented and deserving students. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif says the government is committed to provide affordable life-saving drugs to the people along with enhancing the export potential of pharmaceutical industry. Addressing the 6th Pharma Award ceremony in Islamabad this afternoon, he said in the wake of increasing cost of life-saving drugs, maintaining balance between stabilizing the pharma industry and protecting the interest of poor people has become a daunting challenge. He directed to constitute a committee to devise strategy as to how we can address the issues faced by pharma industry as well as provide low-cost medicines to poor people. The Prime Minister said Pakistan has best drug testing laboratories to ensure the quality of medicines. Minister for Finance Ishaq Dar has directed to finalize a roadmap with timelines to move forward for outsourcing of first airport to improve service delivery and match best international aviation practices in Pakistan. He was chairing a meeting of the steering committee to oversee the outsourcing of airports operations in Islamabad today. The International Finance Corporation and Transaction Advisor briefed the meeting with the latest status and progress on the matter. Minister for Power Khurram Dastagir has said no increase has been made in the basic tariff of electricity since September last year. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said the fuel price adjustment has also been kept at the minimum level. The Minister for Power said the feeders of Category 1 and 2, where recovery rate is more than 80%, are facing less than 2 hours of load shedding. He expressed satisfaction over the electricity generation, saying Tarbela is running in full capacity. Khurram Dastagir said the government also remains successful in controlling circular debt and a major payment has been made to IPPs last month. Minister for Religious Affairs and Interfaith Harmony Talha Mahmood has said Pakistan is open for religious tourism. Addressing International Gandhara Symposium in Islamabad today, he said we welcome the followers of all religions, including Buddhism, to visit their archaeological sites in Pakistan. The minister rejected the propaganda campaign against the Muslims, saying our great religion, Islam, preaches peace, compassion, tolerance, and harmony. Talha Mahmood termed intercultural dialogue essential to foster understanding and mutual respect amongst the nation. Khyber Pakhtunkhwa Governor Haji Ghulam Ali has said our youth are tremendously talented but unfortunately left behind due to poverty and unfavorable conditions. He was talking to Australian High Commissioner to Pakistan, Neil Hawkins, who called on him in Peshawar today. He suggested the establishment of Pak Australia Technical Centre in the province to promote bilateral cooperation. Speaking on the occasion, Australian High Commissioner said country is working on various programs in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, including education and agriculture. Security forces have killed 3 terrorists during an exchange of fire at Zob garrison in North Balochistan. According to the ISPR, a group of terrorists launched a dastardly attack on Zob garrison in early of the morning. A clearance operation by the security forces was underway to apprehend remaining 2 terrorists. However, during the clearance operation, 4 soldiers embraced martyrdom while 5 others were critically injured. Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif has termed martyred soldiers the pride of the nation. In a statement, he paid tribute to the martyred soldiers and said that their sacrifice for the homeland would be remembered forever. This is Radio Pakistan. The meeting of IMF's executive board is being held in Washington today. It will approve $3 billion for Pakistan under a 9-month standby arrangement. The United Nations Human Rights Council today adopted a draft resolution as orally revised entitled Countering Religious Hatred Constituting Incitement to Discrimination, Hostility and Violence. The resolution introduced by Pakistan on behalf of the 57-nation Organization of Islamic Cooperation calls for a state to review their laws and plug gaps that may impede the prevention and prosecution of acts and advocacy of religious hatred. The resolution was supported by 28 member states and opposed by 12. After the vote, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations in Geneva, Khalil Hashmi, criticized the West of lip service to their commitment to prevent religious hatred. Kashmiris on both sides of the line of control and world over will observe the Kashmir Martyrs' Day tomorrow to pay homage to the martyrs of July 13, 1931, who laid their lives to break shackles of Hindu subjugation. The day will be marked by a complete shutdown in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and a march towards the Martyrs' Graveyard at Naqshband Sahib in Srinagar, where the martyrs of July 13 are buried. Call for a strike has been given by the All Parties Hurriyat Conference. Rallies, seminars and conferences will be held in Azad Kashmir. Pakistan and all major capitals of the world to pay tribute to the 22nd Kashmiri martyrs who fell victim to the bullets of Dogra forces. In a statement, APHC leader reiterated the Kashmiris' resolve to carry forward the martyrs' mission till it reaches its logical conclusion. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas visited the Jenin refugee camp in occupied West Bank today after a barbaric Israeli offensive carried out last week. At least 12 Palestinians were martyred during this largest Israeli operation in occupied West Bank in 2 decades. More than 150 Palestinians have been martyred by Israeli forces this year so far. And North Korea fired a suspected intercontinental ballistic missile off its east coast today. Japan's Chief Cabinet Secretary Hirokazu Matsuno said the suspected ICBM flew for 74 minutes to an altitude of 6,000 km and range of 1,000 km. Russia says a visit by President Vladimir Putin to China is on its agenda. Speaking during news briefing in Moscow today, Kremlin spokesman said that it is a good time to build on already strong relationship between both countries. He said that trip dates will be announced after mutual consultation. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain with wind and thunder shower is expected in Kashmir, Potohar region, north and northeast Punjab, and upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.